YouTube, Kerry-Ann here. I'm going to show you a recipe from Jamie's book, Save with Jamie. It's called Spiced Beef Tagine. It's a delicious Middle Eastern inspired dish which looks really, really posh. And the best thing about it is it uses leftover beef and store-cupboard essentials, so it's cost-effective and nothing gets wasted. It serves 6 people and it comes in at around £1.60 per portion. Who can argue with a bargain like that? Let's get started. The most important part for this recipe, for me, is having a really, really decent casserole pot with a nice, tight-fitting lid. What we're going to do first is we're going to roughly chop 2 red onions, and then 2 cloves of garlic. Then we're going to roughly chop that as well. Then we've got 50 grams of mixed olives. Now you can see me struggling to get this stone out. I'm going to show you a trick that Jamie taught me. Get the bottom of a cup or a jar and just press it on and the stone will pop right out. Don't want to give it too much of a whack because then you'll have like olive ping pong around the kitchen. I'm sure the kids would love it, but me not so much because I'd have to clean it up. Just run the knife through them once. We don't want them too small because they'll just disintegrate. And then we've got 75 grams of dried apricots. Do the same with them. Forget about roast beef, forget about Yorkshires. We're going rich and spicy and exotic. So, put this lovely casserole pan on the heat with a generous lug of olive oil. Now it's time to get a little bit spicy. I've got half a level teaspoon of dried red chilli flakes. They'll go straight in. And 2 teaspoons of cumin ground. And then we've got a heaped tablespoon of garam masala. A little tip, guys, there's a special spice mix. It's particularly Moroccan and it's called Ras Al Hanout. And if you have any of that in your cupboard, throw that in. And that will give it a real authenticity, a real Moroccan feel. So we're gonna leave this to soften now for about 15 minutes until it gets really sticky and lovely. And while that's doing, we're gonna chop up our potatoes, skin on. They've been washed, it's fine. So we want to cut these into about 2 centimetre pieces. And then we're going to roughly chop 2 ripe tomatoes as well. We're leaving everything quite big because it's going to be cooking for a long time, so we don't want everything to break down and end up with a pot full of mush. Now we're going to put in just a normal tin of chickpeas, juice as well, so we don't have to drain it, even better. What these are going to do now is they're going to start soaking up all of those spices, all of that juice and all of those flavours. As they start cooking, they're going to start releasing it back into the gravy. So it's going to not only make it thick, but it's going to make it really, really, really tasty. Here I have some leftover roasted brisket. You can use any other cut of meat, not a problem. Chop this up into bite-sized chunks. Nothing fancy, nothing dramatic. I'm going to put this in the pot and give this a good old stir. It's smelling amazing. Now I'm going to crumble in a beef stock cube, just one. And then I'm going to put 250 ml of boiling water. Now that's just under half a pint. And this is going to make our gorgeous, gorgeous, delicious gravy. Now, a great, great tip, if you've got any leftover gravy, chuck it in. Believe me, that is like gold, liquid gold from the heavens above. It's going to add the most beautiful depth of flavour. We are literally using all of the leftovers from the roast dinner, so we've got no memory now of the roast dinner, but we do have this amazing, spicy, rich, exotic meal that will make you think of faraway lands and gorgeous waiters and beautiful beaches, and I'm sure you're there with me. Just keep going, keep going. Right, so that's boiling now. What we're going to do is we're going to put the lid on and we're going to turn it down really low and leave that to simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes or until the potatoes are cooked through. Let's get started on the couscous and the salad, which are perfect accompaniments for this dish. Just cover the couscous with boiling water, put a plate on top and leave for 10 minutes. Now we're going to make a beautiful carrot, orange and mint salad. We're going to go in at an angle. Then we're going to do it on the other side. You're left with a beautiful segment of orange. No pips, no pith, just those beautiful little capsules of orange juice, which is sweet and sour and refreshing. And it looks a bit restaurant-y. So 2 carrots, we're going to grate them. And now we're going to pick through some of these mint leaves. Instead of buying a bunch of mint every time you want to use it, buy a plant and grow it, you can't lose. Look at all that juice, that beautiful orange. Absolutely nothing gets wasted. We're gonna have a little bit of salt and pepper and some olive oil, just enough to dress it. So pretty. Back to the tagine. Look how it's gone all thick and dark and rich and gorgeous. Nice pinch of salt, a nice pinch of pepper, and a nice glug of balsamic vinegar. Let's get a nice big serving platter, because that's how we like it in my house. Family style, and also that's how they do it in Morocco as well. Everyone eats from the same dish. So we've got our couscous.
Fluff it up and season to taste. If you don't fancy couscous, you could try it with rice or mashed potato instead. Kids will love it.
Beautiful sticky dark tagine. Now we're going to drizzle it with some natural yogurt. Relax the spices a little bit. And then our refreshing salad on the top. There you have it, my friends. Spiced beef tagine. And the best part about it, it was made from leftovers and store cupboard ingredients. And for £1.60 per person for 6 people, you cannot get a better bargain than that. Have a go. Let me know how you get on in the comments box below. Enjoy and have a great time.
For loads more great recipes and money-saving tips, go to jamieoliver.com/savewithjamie. And for more simple, affordable and tasty family recipes, check out my other videos on FoodTube. Please have a look around and subscribe to get the latest videos when they're uploaded. See you later!
From your silent abuse, but guess it's better broken than I ever been used. For you I'm just a lie, for me this love is true, but I keep saying to